Welcome to Metalworks Institute Guitar Tips. I'm Rob Tardik, and today we're going to talk about embellishing a simple chord. And one of the best ways to embellish your chordal playing is by adding inversions to chords. And usually for guitar players, that's sometimes a little bit of a tricky or a sore spot or an underdeveloped segment in their playing technique. So what I was actually doing a second ago, if I actually just break it down into a stepwise instructional thing, I had taken a C minor 7th chord, and a C minor 7th actually just derived from that, just a C minor bar chord. I switched my fingering, as we've spoken about in a couple other of the segments, so that way I did more of a jazz voicing. Meaning I'm keeping the bass note with my middle finger here, and then I'm using my ring finger across the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and that way, I can add the 9th, I can add a little bass line. Right? So you take that one chord all of a sudden and give it some life, and we're not bound down by the index finger bar here, which kind of brings us to a halt in terms of adding some chordal and melodic embellishments to the chord. So all I did was, in terms of inversions, we're going to take the tonic, and then we can go up to the 3rd in the bass. I can take the 5th in the bass of the chord, and then last I can put the 7th in the bass of the chord. So in this C minor chord, for instance, what I did was, and I was using pretty much what we call shell voicings. And these are a little more minimalistic voicings, and it's easier when I was walking that. When I'm doing like a walking bass line, and that was all a C minor 7th chord, by the way. That's just inversion, so that's the whole point of the lesson. So here's a C minor in root position. Here's that same C minor with 3rd in the bass. And then what I do is I play the same chord here with the 7th in the bass. The actual chord is really here, but what I'm doing is I'm just playing like a shell voicing because it's nice and easier in the transition. Right? And then lastly, what happened with the G in the bass, we have the 5th. So when you put those together, I have tonic position, 1st inversion, 3rd in the bass. I have here 5th in the bass of the chord. And finally, in 3rd inversion, I have the 7th, in this case the flatted 7th, because it's the minor 7th chord. So again. I'm Rob Tardik, and this is Metalworks Institute Guitar Tips, and we'll see you next time.